What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 A-only battle. It is 2003. We started back in 1936. We're going through the biggest war we've had so far. It did just kind of slow down a bit because we saw the Soviet Union and friends peace out with Britain and its empire. However, there is still China, Germany and France going after Manchukuo and the Soviet Union. And as you can see, particular out here where the land that really matters in the Soviet Union is already, a lot of it being given to China. Germany didn't want it, France doesn't want it, but Britain seems to be getting off scot-free, although unless Spain, I don't know what's going to happen with the Spanish side of this war. It seems like Britain are rebuilding a lot here. Probably to go, oh poor old, we may have our first revolution, by the way, up here in Norway. Revolutionary Norway by the looks of things, because this 12 stack is not going to be stopped. Or I guess Revolutionary Faroe Islands, because that's all that remains. 47 war score, wow. Okay, these guys are making some progress, and I imagine, where is Moscow? Yep, Moscow is now under Chinese occupation. Are they not going to make it to the end? Well, they should make it to the end, but I'm going to start seeing the rebels in particular that pop up, causing some bigger problems. Who? You're guaranteeing the independence of Mongolia. Okay. Somehow Manchukuo also managed to occupy all of French Indochina. I don't know how they did this, but they did do this. But Germany have somehow walked a 64 stack, and France have walked an 80 stack all the way over here. So see, this is pretty huge, because they're sending it up. Brazil v Mexico. Just when Brazil were like, yeah, well, we may not be fighting against the British anymore with all our friends. Let's attack Mexico again, because why not? But actually, Mexico's winning. Don't forget there's a lot of Brazilian troops in Africa last time we saw them. So they're probably not all the way home yet. They still here? I don't see them. They're probably on their way back. But it's a chance for Mexico to make up some ground. It's probably, oh yeah, Mexico got 40 stack, but here comes a much bigger stack coming down. But I don't think Mexico will win this. The US revoked that guarantee a little while ago, and that sort of opened the floodgates. Oh, okay, Spain and Britain peaced out. And Spain took Gibraltar. That was it. Britain were just like, you know what, we can't be asked to fight Spain over this. Let's just give them it. Which is probably the sensible thing to do. Because they could have gone after Spain and probably won a war. Spain's also allied with France now. I didn't notice that. But there you go. Spain retook Gibraltar. I mean, they have been very boring this game, Spain. I mean, not as much as Portugal, who have only done stuff in Africa. But that's all Portugal can really do. Like, I expected something from Spain. Be opportunistic. Also, they tried in South America at one point, with Spanish La Plata being the second strongest nation in South America at one point. But now it is just a tiny little point here. And there's I think this is where the Brazilian troops might be. Well, that's going to collect them. But, yep, there is a lot of Brazil expending a lot on its military as more Mexicans are arriving to fight this war. 57 war score now for China. It's Manchukuo. They haven't even tried against Manchukuo. They're not even done yet. They need to hurry up and take all this stuff. There's also a new the internet is now coming out 2004. So at the moment the internet is present in the USA, Britain, Germany, Brazil, France, but not in India, not in Japan, and not in China. So that's interesting. We'll see how that plays out. But also, don't forget, the Soviet Union, I don't think, have even embraced globalization yet. So they will be even further off that great powers list. I wonder what we're going to see happen in a peace deal here. Because I think it's going to be kind of boring. I think we're all going to expect, like, China to do some crazy stuff, release a load of people. But I think all that's really going to happen is probably China taking a bit of land from Manchukuo. That's probably about it. And Brazil is losing. But it's only just started, and they haven't actually done anything yet. They're just letting... There is a 100 stack right there. That is probably why these nations are losing so much in attrition, as we discovered at the end of the last video. Total... No, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. But either way, Mexico probably not going to... Oh, Japan has now joined versus Manchukuo, and the Soviets were like, nope, we ain't getting involved in this one. So yeah, Japan should come in, clean up Manchukuo, even though Germany and China are now doing that themselves. Obviously, I guess Japan will probably take whatever China doesn't take. I expect China will give us a peace deal before then. Ireland is improving China's opinion of them. Ireland, you ain't trying to bring down that British Empire, are you? You ain't trying it with China on your side. You have no friends at all. I do kind of feel bad for you. But you know what? going to let you off because you've joined this game's version of the EU. There's still only 5 people in it. I don't know why these guys are in it. Italy is currently the only elector, and they are backing Yugoslavia, which I guess will add them to it, because they're not in it at the moment. They're not a prince. So I guess that will add Yugoslavia to the 6. I guess that's how it started, but I have no real idea. It's quite a strong union, I guess, over the world. Actually, only actual French land is in it. But Italy represent quite a bit of it. It's basically Italy, France and Germany's exclusive club that they invited Ireland and Iceland to, just to annoy Britain and Sweden and the other big countries that didn't get in. But China, wow. Okay, I'm going to start just zooming out, ready for that peace deal to go down. I don't know what to expect. I mean, China might take a few things back, because they did lose some stuff to the Soviet Union last time they fought each other. But Manchukuo is probably just going to disappear, and Japan is not going to make the situation any better over there. And actually, yeah, Brazil is losing at the moment, but I'm sure that will change. They have got more than enough resources to change that. Meanwhile, the game is just going to keep on crawling forward, basically. It's getting quite slow at the moment, because obviously we're seeing all these huge wars. British Sudan, I just noticed, in the corner of my eye, has Sudanese separatists. Are they going to be successful? I have no idea. Oh, they all just disappeared. Why does that happen? I take it because you're not getting your independence. Wait, you can have an ally and be a colony? Okay. Okay, 73 war score. Soviet Union, not looking good for you. Vartholomew Romodanovsky, you are 70 years old. You're probably the oldest leader in the world right now. Frederick over here in Britain's 19. 45-year-old president in France. The German king is 26. What's the Swedish leader? 54. Who's leading China? How old are you? You're a 52-year-old president. India have got a 56-year-old president. The US is being led by Lawrence Moore, who's 63. Who's a naive enthusiast. What about Brazil? You've got a 60-year-old. No one's got more than 70. Nigeria have got a 38-year-old. What about Canada? Nehemiah Drake. Drake's in charge. There you go, Canada. 34-year-old Drake. 44-year-old King Carlos in Spain. 34-year-old in Portugal. I'm just trying to find someone older than 70, really, because 37-year-old there. Italy have got a 51-year-old. Hungary, 27. Come on, there's got to be someone with like a 18. Wow, Yugoslavia, you are very trusting in your leaders. Poland, 45. Wait, no, Regency for a 13-year-old. I thought, see, if you would have stayed a fascist dictatorship, this wouldn't have happened. Ah, finally, it's about time. Saudi Arabia versus Iran. And I actually think Iran is going to win, so I don't know why the Saudis did this, but this is a major tech difference. 89, 90, 88, 89. Well, Saudi Arabia got one more military level, but this is interesting in the Middle East. Iran could do with Afghanistan joining. The problem is they're not allies, so that wouldn't have happened. It definitely won't now. Brazil is starting to turn the tide because they were losing. Now they are winning, and quite substantially too. Is probably going to turn out. Japan is making some progress themselves. Yeah, they've taken up what is basically the rest of Manchukuo. Hopefully for their sake they wait for China to peace out first. Also, there's some rebels here. UA separatists. Oh, they're already dead. Is there some more separatists breaking out? Yeah, I think there is, but I think China and Germany are killing them. And France is in there somewhere. 78 war score. Pretty strong from the Chinese. So I'm just going to focus on this Saudi Arabian Irani war because I think it's going to be cool to watch. There's 49 stack of Saudis there going in with a siege. Iran is already pushing in though to the rich oil fields here, and they've actually taken Baghdad. So let's see how that plays out. 80 war score. Actually, the Saudis definitely minus 27 war score, so Iran are definitely winning this one. Which is interesting, because they've been so peaceful. I think they had one war in this whole game, Iran. They lost a bit to the Soviet Union, a few provinces in the north. They're doing okay now, to be fair to them. And we'll see how it goes. 80 war score. expecting a peace deal sooner or later. India, another nation who are probably a bit annoyed that the Soviets peaced out earlier. I think they may have grabbed a few provinces, but I couldn't tell. Like, it's just a mess because they have a claim on everything, so there's no way of me knowing. But Iran making the strong start, although the Saudis have probably pulled that back a little bit with that fort being sieged. Not too much. Still going well for Iran. I'm surprised Iran just haven't gone and dealt with that stack and won. Made it easier for themselves. 81 war score. We're slowly creeping through 2006. 11 years to go. Ooh, I think there's probably another 2, maybe 3 episodes to go. I hope it goes on for a little bit longer because I don't have my list for what the next series is after this one with me. And even though I have a right idea, I don't have any idea what mods and stuff would need to be used. I believe there's going to be a Civ 5 air only battle after this one. But this is the first EU4 air only battle. You guys seem to have enjoyed it. And something just went down. Manchukuo. Yep, like I said, Manchukuo. Dang it. Lost a bit to China, I believe. Yep, they lost quite a bit to China. And that's about it, I think. That's all that happened. I don't think anything else happened. Did you? Maybe a couple of provinces here went China's way. But other than that, I think that's it. And did anything? I mean, they're not. I don't think. Are you allied? Not allied to Manchukuo anymore? No, you're not. Okay, that was broken. But that's about it, really. And also, Crimea, you are probably going to live because I saw that Hungary is now allied to the Soviet Union, and you are allied to Hungary. So it's just 3 1v1s at the moment. Japan, it's going to be an interesting one because they were probably going to clean up the rest of Manchukuo for themselves. There are 69,000 revolutionaries with spears, so that shouldn't be a problem for the Japanese army. And Saudis are still losing. Brazil are slowly making some progress now, ever so slowly. That's not okay. There we go. Brazil. Yeah, they're starting to push into Central America. I wonder whether they'll just release more nations or whether they'll actually take some more land for themselves. Who knows? We'll see. Why are you embargoed by French Madagascar and French Ethiopia? That's so random. I mean, then that's just very random. Cuba, you've done well to survive this whole game, by the way. Credit to you. 21. Oh, Guantanamo. 21,000 men just stood there. Dominican Republic, again, they've been very quiet all game. Good job. Yeah, all these islands have been very peaceful. Normally someone conquers them all. I presume because Britain and France have got them all, it stayed a bit more quiet. Let's go focus on what Japan's up to. Wow, that is a big stack. Manchukuo could still have the revolution. The Faroe Islands, or Norway, do you have your revolution? Yeah, you're now a republic, and you now vote. You've got Ludwig Bolt. I guess that is the Scandinavian version of Usain Bolt. Instead of your king. That was all that happened. No awesome revolutionary Norway or anything. And the Soviet Union, who have got thousands of exiled troops walking home. Oh, there's no one here. There's no rebels at all. You just go to clean that up then. But wow, that was a big war. Oh, and Japan's done. And Japan has retaken all of its stuff from Korea. Okay, well that makes sense. Japanese, did that move Japan any further up? No, they're still 8th on the Great Powers list. The Soviet Union still aren't on it. You gotta feel bad for them. But you know, when they're living in like the 1970s without embracing globalization, that's probably why. They just don't want to be Western. Iran seems to have lost those important battles because they are regrouping. Oh, they still have a 20 stack. And it seems like this 37 stack of Saudi troops is going to finish them off here. And this should change the tide of the war against Iran. Oh, if only they could wipe. They didn't quite wipe them. Rhodesia versus Portuguese Mozambique. That is a random one. There we go. Rhodesia here versus Portuguese Mozambique. Portuguese Mozambique have a 16 stack. Rhodesia have a 3 stack. So I'm not sure how this is going to... how Rhodesia saw this working out for them, because 88 and their military tech's lower too, so I mean this is probably going to go badly for them. They were just like, yeah, we don't want to be part of Britain anymore. It's kind of scary nowadays. Let's go join Portugal instead. That's probably what's happened there. No, nothing's popped out. Finland, another province popped out as Finland again. I don't know how, but It keeps happening. See, we saw it. Oh my. Okay, I didn't notice this. But Turkey gained a lot. I presume because of Germany being a big part in this, and Germany being allied to Turkey. But Turkey took a lot back from the Soviet Union. Wow, I didn't notice this. And Soviet rum is now a province. Not Soviet vodka, just Soviet rum. Which is pretty cool. But anyway, there's Gazimukan separatists, the only stack that could rise up and still get killed, because there's a 46 stack somehow, still for the Soviet Union. They just have some immense numbers. There's still troops all over the place as well. So they, not the end of the world, but Saudi Arabia is still trying their best. Yep, Rhodesia's losing. The Saudi Arabians are still losing somehow. But Brazil are winning. And they've pushed through El Salvador, but there's Mexican troops here, so I don't know what they're doing. Ignoring the important places by the looks of things. But 2007 is now passing. It is 10 years left now. So that's interesting. The big wars are over, so it should start to go a little bit quicker now. In fact, we could probably put it on speed 4 now. And see what else we can get in. Cram into these last few years. I think Brazilian font seems to have changed, but I don't think it has. I think that's just me not remembering what it looked like before. You doing India? You're not doing anything? Anything sneaky? No, you're just chilling. Did Russia, they kept their leader, he's now 72 years old. That is pretty impressive, but maybe you should try a younger dude and maybe you'll have more success. You know, Britain have got a 19-year-old in charge. Yeah, I didn't notice that till then, but Turkey took a lot back. That might have been separatists, I'm not 100%, maybe, but I assume it's part of the peace deal. A lot of Orthodox zealots, and this time it may, it's probably not too much. Actually, it could be. We'll see if they turn from secular to Orthodox. There are, it's got Sunni, there's not many nations where they're not secular. Saudi Arabia is one of them. Is Egypt? No, Egypt's secular. Most of them pretty chill, their religions. By the looks of it, except Saudi Arabia, actually. I don't think I can find anybody else. Tunisia? No. Sudan? No. Everyone's just secular. You can be whatever you want. I think that's what, I'm pretty sure that's what secular is. Brazil were finished all of a sudden, and they took the Panama Canal. They didn't release any more people, though. So that's interesting. India, are you secular? Yeah, you are. Afghanistan is secular. How old's your leader? 71. Oh, you're competing with the Soviets there for an old leader. Thailand, 51. Thailand, you've been very peaceful all game. I mean, I understand you are surrounded by some massive countries, so I'm not... Did you guys get released? Didn't Britain take you out ages ago? Maybe they got released. See, that is a nice looking province there. Look at that castle. Shame these rebels are sieging it out. Seriously? So Mexico, first up, another war ended. I don't know which one it was. But Mexico v El Salvador broke out. Which is nice to see Mexico, you know, going to finally reintegrate El Salvador. And the USA were like, Brazil, you ain't getting all this good stuff. We're coming in. So Mexico is as good as dead, because the USA is finally involved in a war. And Horatio has come in. He's just been like, nope, this ain't happening. Bear in mind, he's just been elected 2008. This game's Obama. He's just like, yep, screw Mexico. And I imagine he will easily win the election in 2012. Mexico are going to lose. I don't know what the other war was, but Rhodesia are getting back. Oh, the Saudi Arabian-Irani war. Iran won. Not sure how they managed that. How the heck did they get this many troops? There you go. Yemen. You give stuff to Yemen too. Isn't that nice? No, I don't think you did. Oh wow, 90. Okay, Mexico turned that around quickly. They were on -2 a minute ago. I look back and it's 96. They've got to do this before, obviously, they lose the capital. They're about to peace out El Salvador. Yep, there we go. Now they can go focus on getting crushed. And probably see, I expect America will just release everybody that they can. And also this war, Rhodesia, their plan has succeeded. They are about to become Portuguese instead of British. which I assume is what they were trying to do, because there is no other suitable explanation for their actions. Just attacking someone who's so much stronger than you is never a wise idea. I imagine this will end very soon. What are we going to see? Autosave 2009. We're getting closer and closer to the present day. It's pretty cool. Maybe I should probably watch the American-Mexico thing and sit here waiting for Rhodesia to disappear, but it is fun. Why are you not piecing out? You have 100 war score. Oh wow, okay, the US already deep with endless. There's a 100 stack not even being used. They are endless troops, endless navies coming in. It's not going to be a good time for Mexico. Brazil v Bolivia. Okay, so America and Brazil are just going in. They're like, right, let's finish this off. Only 2 powers in the Americas. Excusing Canada up here. And there we go. This war is finally over. And oh, you only took the tiniest chunk. Could have taken so much, I imagine. And you took the tiniest chunk. Why did you do that? Yeah, you could have taken all of it and made Portuguese Mozambique amazing. I'm still surprised Belgian Congo, by the way, is not... Okay, it's probably going to have an independence war, maybe before the end of the game, because it's at 80%, and I mean, Belgium is now tiny. Oh, Soviet Union v Lithuania, Iceland, and their friend Hungary. Good job. You just attacked your friend. Crimea, are they going to make it to the end of the game? Let me know in the comments section. Do you think Crimea is going to make it to the end? But meanwhile, Hungary are going to do some damage here, because Lithuania... Actually, no, they're not. The Soviets are going to win. Like, who am I kidding? They may have just got to have a massive war, but they are still a huge country. Oh my goodness. Portugal and India v that Kathiawar. And Britain versus Majorai and France. Wow. Okay. Some big stuff going down for, like, the final... As we approach we're into the final 10 years, these nations are making things happen. India are going to beat Britain to eliminating Kathiawar, though. I mean, they're going to get the job done right now. Soviet Union, 99 wars. Yeah, so Britain... No, sorry, it's not Britain. Portugal's war is going to be pointless because it's all going to go in to India any second now. Maybe I should just look away again. 99. America's now got 55 war score and is really starting to crush Mexico. Britain v France is a big one, by the way. We will focus on that in a second, but there we go. I mean, again, Britain v France is actually what's going to happen. It's going to be all of the stuff in Africa and around the rest of the world that really matters. The Soviets are going in. Let's quickly, and Bolivia will probably disappear before I notice them disappearing. You're going to finish this up, India? Just going to, you know, so I can go look somewhere else. No, you have got 99 war score. But, you know, you can wait forever if you want. It doesn't bother me. Oh, wow, Brazil. Okay, let's just go watch Brazil. Probably going to finish off Bolivia. And, oh, no, they still left a bit of Bolivia here. That was nice of them. Load of wars just ended. For some reason. USA and Mexico is over. The USA did not release a load of nations. Instead, they decided to take all of northern Mexico for themselves. Okay, that is kind of scary. They're finally moving again at the top of the great powers list. And let's go have a look in India. You're not done yet? You're just trolling the British, giving them hope, waiting for them to send their troops over, just for you to take it all, I imagine. Oh no, it's Portugal again. Sorry, my bad. I keep saying Britain. It's Portugal in that war. Soviet Union, the Lithuania, Iceland, and Hungary is also likely to end pretty soon. Yep, there we go. India finished off Kathiawar, and after an explosion of wars, back down to 2 again. Also, how on earth did Iran get given this back? I swear this was the Soviet Union's. Either way, there we go. Iran got it back. Oh, France fighting Britain in Saudi Arabia, and that war was going to take ages. Oh, the Soviet Union has already fully occupied Lithuania. I think they even have ships carrying units to Iceland, or men to Iceland. And yet they are now pushing in to Hungary. But that is it for this episode. Next video will probably be the last one, as long as no huge monster wars break out again. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.